Hi everyone, En-Mao here. Welcome back to the Madden 17 franchise mode. This week, we have got the Kansas City Chiefs versus the New Orleans Saints, and what a game this should turn out to be. Both teams are on 3-2, so we've both had 2 wins and 3 losses. We had another loss last game against the Raiders, and hopefully we'll be able to pick up the win this week. We're not doing too well at the moment. We've been having a few injury problems. A couple of them now have come back now, so hopefully they'll be ready for this game. So let's head down to the field.
Hello everyone, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Squaring off today, we have 2 teams who come in with identical records on the season. It's the Saints going up against the Chiefs. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the New Orleans Saints and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game, so they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a man in his 11th season already as an NFL quarterback. Out of the University of Utah, that's Alex Smith.
Alex Smith is one of my favorite quarterbacks, and I don't mind admitting it, and it's mainly for his perseverance. When you go from the high of being the #1 pick in the entire draft to everyone calling you a bust to resurrecting your career first in San Francisco and then in Kansas City, he's one of my favorites. I think he can play.
Charles, the lone setback. And they'll give it to him here. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And a look at this offensive unit now, and you see who we have highlighted, partner.
Jamal Charles, one of the most exciting, productive running backs in the NFL.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. On the stop, James Laurinaitis. And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
Kenny Vaccaro is an excellent player. Can cover in the slot, but his best attributes, tackling people and rushing the quarterback.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Smith. And that's caught. Did he stay in bounds, though? He did not. Ruled incomplete. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
They are going for it. It's Smith. And it is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter? I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
2nd and 5. Again, they run it with Spiller. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. And that time, he came out of the slot for that big play downfield for the score.
I think what we just saw there, partner, was what we call scheming a guy open. Put him in the slot, know that he has tremendous speed. What you're doing with your other receivers is likely running shorter routes to draw the attention closer to the line of scrimmage, to give him a chance to get downfield and turn it into a one-on-one route, often against the safety. You like your odds when he's running against the safety. His speed usually wins, and it did on that play.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one taken from the 7. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone, sometimes you're throwing it between the zones, sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Still 1st down.
So 20 yards to go here on 1st down. They come up in an offset eye. Throwing is Smith. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. Give him 16 yards on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Move 45! Move 45!
On 2nd down, here's Smith. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Delvin Brown with a pick, and he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And they'll begin this drive with C.J. Spiller. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
from midfield. Here's Breeze. Left side and caught by Fleener. And he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
And there's a nice completion to Kobe Fleener, and no one can be happier than Drew Brees.
They had Jimmy Graham for all those years, Ben Watson last year, and now coming south from Indianapolis, Fleener. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a play fake here on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Josh Maga, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Breeze to throw on second down. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've hit the end of quarter one. It's the Saints in the lead early here. And we're back to Arrowhead after this.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Snickers. You're off your game when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Now Breeze on third down. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a toss to Spiller. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked number 1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now a man who sat out 3 seasons. This is Tim Hightower. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Back-to-back runs that were stacked up. Offensively, now you've got to think to yourself, do we change blocking assignments? Do we change formations? Do we change looks in order to try and get the running game going?
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. This is caught, it's Cooks. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
Barthon for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. And out come the Chiefs now. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Tight end left. Tight end left. We got four. We got four. Hey!
They go play action here on first down. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down. Well, he just threw an interception last drive. Nearly another pick.
And things aren't very even right now, are they? It's a little bit sloppy out there, isn't it? It's kind of different between driving on those paved roads and those country roads that have those potholes in them, isn't it? 'Cause that's the way this game's going right now. A lot of bouncy bounce to it.
You spent some time on some Tennessee country roads.
I certainly have. Plenty of family back there. God love them.
No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. D'Anthony Thomas, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. On the return, here's C.J. Spiller. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. And his two touchdowns, a big reason they're winning right now.
So meaningful when you score and it's got your team out there in front. Changes the complexion of everything you're doing. It's one thing to score, garbage time, but these count. This is a big deal, and he's making those types of plays, and I think they'll keep finding ways to get it to him.
I was just going to say probably going to go back to him. A handoff to Spiller to begin the drive. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
After watching that play and result, I go back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator, Brandon, before the game and said, how are you going to move the ball running it against the #1 defense? He gave us no indication, didn't tip his hand at all, so we have to see how this unfolds as this game moves along.
Again on the ground, again it's Spiller. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Play action to Spiller. Now Breeze. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Oh, man, partner, this is something cornerbacks love to do, and that's outthink a quarterback. If you get a sense that they're going to throw a quick out route or a quick hitch, you can just lay back an extra yard or two, but then really put your foot in the turf and drive on the football. And here I think he baited the quarterback into the throw and made it pay off.
Alex Smith and company heading back out there now. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Brief break in the action here. We're back to Arrowhead after this. A reminder coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before that. Fresh set of downs here. One receiver left, 3 to the right. On first down, Smith. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
2nd and 10, Smith again. He's got time. Stays on his feet. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. 3rd and long, it's Smith. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Here we go on 4th. Smith. That's caught. It's Thomas. 22 yards on the pickup there. And the decision to go for it pays off. They've got a 1st and goal. From the gun, here's Smith. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
5 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Again, Smith. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Rod Streeter, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. An out route there for the score, a quick out route there for the score.
Yeah, you're not really surveying the defense on this one. You're just counting on timing, making this play happen. 1-2, ball's out of his hands, knows where he's going, just puts it to the outside. Touchdown.
Santos now to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Now Spiller, the return. Look at the spin. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? Or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And he's got it over the middle. Fleener. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kobe Fleener, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints are able to strike quickly for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Now Barth for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here. There's no shyness there pushing the ball downfield, but I like the coverage on the play. In good position. And when you have a 50-50 ball, who's going to come down with it? I like the way they made the play. Came across and knocked it away.
Second down now after the incompletion. It's a 4-receiver look to the right side. On 2nd and 10, Smith. He's going to go up top again. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
They'll come out in the pistol. Throwing on third down, Smith. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They are going for it. It's Smith. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. It'll be a gain of 18 on the play. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. First down, it's Smith. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Play fake for Charles. Now Smith. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Delvin Breaux with a pick. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Chiefs came into today's game after a rough showing a week ago, and it's been more of the same. The Saints are keeping them off balance, and that's pushed them in front. All right, let's roll those highlights. Midway through the first quarter, over the middle, Drew Brees will complete the pass, and this goes 28 yards for the score. That puts them up by a touchdown. Chiefs take it at the 44. Here the defense will come up with the pick. Saints defense happy to get off the field. Now following the interception, Brees is on point with the throw, and 22 yards later, he's going in for the score. That puts them on top by 14. About halfway through the second, the catch is made after a quick pass, and after the long pass, he'll score, cutting the deficit to 7. Third down from the 34, Brees under pressure and throws the pick. Nelson's in position, and he is the one who comes away with the ball. Offense on the field now after the INT. Streeter's the target here, and it's caught for the touchdown. The Chiefs tied up at 14. Now to late in the first half. Fleener's got the catch here on the quick pass, and nobody can stop him on this long touchdown. The Saints is up now by 7. So that'll wrap it up for us here at the EA Sports Studio. We'll head back now to Kansas City for the start of the second half.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Now Spiller, the return. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
Too quick to the trigger that time. Neutral zone infraction, and that'll cost them 5 yards. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Breeze to throw on second down. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Breeze going to try and throw on third down. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And it'll be fourth down.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two. So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Smith will hand it off here to Charles. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
Back to throw, Smith. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 7 yards on the play, and all of a sudden here, it's third down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
will find his man on the outside. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Set, move, 45. Move.
On first down, Smith. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
That boy's got four down. Set,
Now a handoff. This is Charles. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. James O'Shaughnessy, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now the point after try for Santos. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
someone
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
And that play was vintage Derek Johnson. Made a play in the backfield. In college, he did as an outside linebacker. Used speed to get to the backfield. Now, a bulked-up inside linebacker with multiple Pro Bowls on his resume.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So the hard count gets him there, neutral zone infraction.
Yeah, the defense thought they had the timing down, but the quarterback hit him with a hard count, got him to jump.
Second down, 9 yards to go. Here's Spiller. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
No matter what play call you have on, you're always conscious of edge pressure disrupting you. And it doesn't matter whether it's a pass or a run. And in this case, it was a draw, and the edge pressure came in and destroyed the play.
Finding time. Still, and the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. The 5-time Pro Bowler, Tom Mahali. In there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taking it about the 36. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. We get a look at the Saints' defense as they file into position. Their secondary, they have some things to sort out. They've given up 3 touchdowns. That last drive was basically all through the air.
No doubt about it. And what they're also hoping is to get their big guys up front going and give them a little cover with some pass rush. Right now, they're not getting that. The leverage battle being won by the offense, and that's really hurting the guys in the secondary. They're carving them right up.
I like that. The former DB making sure that the guys up front are responsible, too.
I'm not trying to throw them under the bus or anything, but maybe I just backed up over them, didn't I?
A little bit.
Strong right, strong right. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They run. Charles. And he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and it'll give the Chiefs a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll need to get the play off quickly. 10th carry now for Jamal Charles. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Move 45! Move 45! Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now it's the Princeton man. This is Spencer Ware. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they're facing a big third down now in this tie ball game. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
This will be caught at the 2. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They come out here in the eye. They run it. It's Charles. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. Second and goal to go now. Another shot here for Charles. They hold him again, and now all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal at the 1. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So they held him out on 2nd down, and now here's 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. Can the offense punch it in here from the 1? What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This for the lead in the final stages. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. And now then, it's a big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th. But, Charles, there is still time left for a final drive.
Brandon, you know they would have liked to take the clock down just a little bit further, at least under a minute or so, but this was not over yet, especially since they just need a field goal.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he will take a knee here. So per the new rules in 2016, this will be brought out to the 25-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter. got to feel pretty good as a defense.
He's back to throw. It's caught left side by Cooks. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And quickly, they get to the line. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. An extra DB here for the Chiefs on third down.
Pass situation.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be marked down deep into Kansas City territory. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And they're able to spike it with time remaining. And now in field goal range here with a chance to get this one to OT. Here's Connor Barth for the field goal try. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 24 all. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
And now here comes Kansas City. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and get...
And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it.
That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't want to.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Offense with a fumble, but they recover it, and it brings up second down. 5 wides in the game, 4 of them to the right side. Here's Smith. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver, and almost on a direct shot, able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success, as they did on that play.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Smith now to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They get 25 yards out of that one. And the Chiefs are going to have a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve.
Everyone's got 4 down.
They come up in an offset eye. Now Smith. And that time almost intercepted. That would have changed things here in overtime, but instead, second down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Play fake for Charles. Now Smith. And he comes back with one complete. And he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
Red zone opportunity. They go play action here on first down. Oh, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
And part 1 is done, now part 2. The drive starts with a give to Spiller. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I've yet to meet a wide receiver who likes to block more than catching the football, but the best ones understand that that's how they'll actually get more passes thrown to them if they help in the run game. And anytime you get a run of that yardage, that means the wide receivers did help. They get down to what a lot of people call the second level, the linebackers, or the third level where the defensive backs are, and they get out in front and put their bodies out there and create more space for their runners to gain the yardage.
Now Spiller, and he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
As a guy carrying the ball, your eyes are going to direct your feet, and you're hoping they carry you to the open spaces. But it's awfully difficult at times because you have so many things you have to look out for. Where's the line blocking? Where's the traffic coming from? Tough to find open spots.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. The NFL sack leader from 2014, Justin Houston. Coming with pressure, he drops him on the blitz for a loss of 12.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's third down. They come out here in the eye. A give to the fullback on the dive. And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
So, Party, next time we see this coaching staff, I want you to have my back here because that was really kind of a white flag type of a play, almost a little bit of a surrender. Just turn and hand it to the big guy, get what you can, and be prepared to kick the ball away.
And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taking on the midfield logo. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. The Saints defense, we watch them get set to go. And they forced 4 turnovers now in that last possession, most recently the interception.
I'd love to be in charge of their highlight video at the end of the season, though, because this game, you could cut it into one sequence, take away, take away, take away, take away, and everyone goes home happy.
Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. And the evidence shows last week's game, it's really leaked into a second game now, Charles. What do you think of this?
And it's a surprise, isn't it? Because when we spent time watching them practice, talking with the coaches, they felt like a bounce back was going to happen this week. They were very confident in the game plan, thought the defenses they would see would present great opportunities for big-time runs. We're not getting that so far. I don't know if it's the game plan or if they're just being overwhelmed by the defense they're facing.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Wait, we stopped on that play. We had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
4 down.
The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
Here's Smith. And Wilson has it. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. In the red zone this time. And the Saints signal for another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Now Smith. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. So it took us overtime, finally got a winner. What a treat, what a game.
They gave us everything we were looking for. A terrific game, some extra drama, and then it ended dramatically in a big overtime win.
So for Kansas City, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Kansas City.
Let's hit the post-game tailgates and grab some of that barbecue.
Yeah, BBQ.
Oh my God, what a game that was. It had everything. It had touchdowns, it had fumbles, it had field goals. It was so unlucky for the Saints to actually not get the win there and take it to overtime. What an amazing game. Anyway, if you've enjoyed that game as much as I have, smash the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll be back tomorrow with another game from this NFL Madden season. So till then, I hope you've enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Take care, and bye for now.